How is everyone doing? Wait a minute. How's everyone doing today? Nintendo Switch 2 was announced. All right. Today is going to be exciting. Huge shout out to everyone that's tuned in earlier. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming through on this Thursday. Yesterday, there was a lot of speculation about the Switch 2 being revealed, and today at about 8 in the morning, we got the reveal. We're going to be talking about it. I got my docket team that I put together with One's 2 Cents leading it. I'll give them a shout out as we get through this, but I got a docket team that we're testing out for LolCow Tech Talk. So I appreciate the team that put together the notes today at the last second. Legends over there. I'll list them in a bit. So, oh yeah, David Lynch passed away.
R.I.P. David Lynch.
Yeah. Let me talk
Listen,
about that in a minute.
switch up my let go.
Here we go. Is that what's happening today? Tower Dragon has been a member now for 11 months, dude. Thank you very much. So, if you're watching the VOD, I appreciate you. Mr. Williamson just let us know in the chat there. He said, rest in peace, David Lynch. Yes, the famed director passed away earlier today, I believe. So, any of his fans, my condolences to everybody. You know, he's a huge part of cinema. Not going to spend the whole stream talking about him, but we've lost one of the best filmmakers of all time today. So, thank you, Mr. Williamson, for the support. I appreciate you. You're a goddamn legend in the UK, buddy. Now, if you guys are members, remember, every month, you get to use your free super chats. So make sure you use those. So, Ones, if you're here, let me know. Are you sending me another version of the docket? Let's see here.
Ready for that new stick drift.
Yeah. All right. So my docket is created. Thank you to the docket team. Again, you guys are legends. So we're going to be talking about thank you, Ones. So first and foremost, shout out to Ones 2 Cents, the docket team. If you could send me, Ones, send me all the names of everybody that helped out today. I'll appreciate that, buddy. So yeah, who's that gothic chick? So I meant to dye my hair a dark brown, and I went fully goth. I've went fully goth. Look at it. It's what are you gonna do? Shout out to Stranded J. Thank you for being a member. I appreciate you, Stranded J. You goddamn legend. By the way, we still need to do that that podcast together. Thank you, Ones. Darth Omegas has been a member for 9 months now. Thank you very much, man. Ready for that new stick drift. Listen, we're going to go over everything that I've seen. Also, the docket team sent me over a nice little article here about everything that's involved with the Switch 2. We're going to go over all of this. So we have specs, reported specs of the Switch 2 now. They're not official. We'll go over some of those. Essentially, we kind of get the idea of what...
I lost my pants. My lovely cheeks are cold. Some please come warm up my buns.
Raw Dakota is here. Shout out to Raw Dakota. Appreciate you. Thank you for the support. Raw Dakota says, I lost my pants. I'm cold. Warm my buns. Listen.
Oh.
I'd love to warm your buns. William in the chat says, Lolcow Tech still happening. Yes, it is. Goth chick with a beard. Is that what I look like? I look like a goth chick, guys. That's great. Thanks for that. Goth chick. What the hell? You guys could see my shower here. That's... So, first and foremost, I've went full goth. Thank you. How's everyone doing today? Who's here? Who's not here? Let's fire the people that aren't here.
You're fired.
Shower stream? I could go get in the shower right now. Alice, what's going on? Alice is part of the docket team. Thank you. You look like you're about to join the band The Darkness. Mateo's here. Hot topic. What's Thetis? What's going on? We got Derek here. Says, please, Jay. I'd like to please you. Shower until 9 a.m. Says it's Cody. I mean, I would. You guys got to make it happen. Within Ashes, thank you for the support on the docket team today. I'm sure there's some other people that helped out on that today. Adam W. is here. Mighty Good Gaming is here. Booch is here.
Juchi. Boochie.
Shout out to the Boochie. MRC says, I have many pounds of Lego today. Look forward to cleaning it. Dude, when I bought pre-owned Lego, I washed that shit in bleach. Because trust me, there's kids pissing on their Lego. Jay's gone goth because he knows. All right. So thanks for the support, guys. Here's an update. We're at 1,066 members still. So we're still above 1,000. Thank you for doing that, guys. Sue says, I love the black hair. Thank you, Sue. It's actually just a dark brown. It'll fade to that. It's not black. It's not black. I'm not going full goth. I might go full goth one day, but... What's up, Jay Goth? Banshee, what's going on? What the hell? Raw Dakota with 5 gifted memberships. We just started, Raw Dakota. What are you doing? Thank you. Seals, what's up, dude? Who got it? Nice. Thank you. All right, thank you guys. Raw Dakota, I appreciate that big time. We're now at like 1,071. So we're just going to wait a little bit for some more people to get in here before we start talking about the Switch 2 reveal. We'll give it another 15 minutes. So Tower Dragon, god damn it. Tower Dragon with the gifted. Why is Thursday always so crazy on the show? Thursday's always fucking wild on the show. I don't know. I don't know.
Reveal
God damn
my
it.
ass to your cock. Reveal my ass to your cock.
All right, so officially we have a train. I can't stop it. Thank you so much for the support, guys.
Happy Switch to Unveil Day.
Hey!
Thursday is a wild fucking day for sure.
Swag Bay, thank you. Raw Drake with the gifted, keeping the train alive. We're starting on a Thursday with the train. Why? What is happening? What is going on? Unbelievable. Thank you, guys.
I hope
Oh, man.
I don't have to sell to get my hands on a Switch 2. I hope plenty are made for pre-order.
Well, Stranded J, thanks for the support. Also, thanks for being a member again. I appreciate you, buddy. I have my notes put together thanks to the docket. What is going on? Guys, it is still happening. Natsu just got a gifted membership from Tower Dragon. Thank you, man. Tower Dragon with 5 more gifted. We're already up to 14. We're up to 14. Wild. Thank you, guys. You goddamn legend. Jesus Christ. We're already up to 14 new members. It's been like 5 minutes, guys. I love you all so much. Thank you for the support. Just going to wait a little bit longer for some more people to get in here. And then we'll have some discussions here. So, thank you, Tower Dragon.
Switch 2 has a mouse. New Mario Paint confirmed.
Canadian chick. I hope so. We did get confirmation that the Switch 2 does have mouse technology built into it. So, what does that mean for gaming? We'll talk about that in a little bit here. We're just waiting for some people to get here. Booch, listen. Today, I promise you guys, is not going to be Booch abuse the whole stream. As you guys know, like, that stuff's got out of hand. Booch donates $1, I yell at him, and then all of a sudden, everyone else does it. We're not. I'm going to be nice this stream. Unless Booch pushes me.
Juchi, Boochie.
Which he's been known to do.
Front-facing baby chick, 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 front-facing baby chick.
Fucking hell. Can you guys not do that ever again? Jesus Christ, Natsu. Oh. I love you, buddy. Thank you for being a member for 9 months. Guys, I just said no Booch abuse. Fucking Raw, Dark, and Banshee have their hearing aids turned off. What the fuck is wrong with you two? I just said Booch abuse is on the back burner today and you instantly donate $1 each. That's not even enough to buy a chocolate bar.
I think that Super Mario Maker 3 what would be the perfect game to launch with mouse functionality on a Joy-Con.
Nate, thank you very much, Nate, for the 4-month support. I appreciate you. You are a legend. Booch just donated 99 cents. For fuck's sakes.
Juchi, Boochie.
Okay.
Listen, mouse my with a switch sensor, let's go.
Jesus Christ. Stranded J, thank you very much. Appreciate you as well. Shout out to Booch for the Booch abuse. That's clearly what's going to happen today. So, here we go. Guys, oh God. We're going to get to the specs. We're going to get to everything. Lunchbox has donated $1, which you know what that means. Listen, Lunchbox, with one fucking dollar, I couldn't even put one item into my lunchbox. You hear what I'm saying here? Bump it up to 5, then we can talk. Fuck's sakes, Booch abuse is... I tried to get out of Booch abuse, but I guess we're full tilt Booch abuse. So, not much I could do about it, guys. I apologize. Okay, here we go. Booch abuse. Let's talk about the Switch 2 reveal that happened, while I'm sure Booch abuse will happen in the background. Unbelievable. So,
attention everyone, the JSUSMA's birthday care package is now in the hands of the USPs. He should have it in 8 to 10 business days. I'm gonna have to charge back. This dono horse got a cramp. Hail Satan.
what? Wood, thank you for the support. What the fuck are you talking
Penis,
about?
penis, 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 panty.
Astro, we're just trying to have a chill chat here, and
The Switch feels underwhelming. Nintendo, always about innovative ways to play games. Think back to Wii U, innovative way to play, marketed terribly.
yeah, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna talk. I'll be here all night talking about the Switch 2. So if you're just tuning in, grab a drink, grab some popcorn, shove it up your ass, because we have a lot to talk about. A lot of stuff. So I'm definitely prepared, thanks to the Docket team. But also, I've been watching that reveal trailer with the Mario Kart footage for fucking 8 hours straight. And there's a lot to talk about there. So, PP, thank you. I agree with you. And also, thank you for being a member for 7 months. I appreciate that. So, I've gone into my goth phase. Accidentally dyed my hair black. I didn't mean to do that. I thought that it was going to be dark brown. So, I guess I'm full gothic now. So, congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Oh, no. Guys, is my stream buffering for anyone else? Let me check. I don't think it's buffering for anyone else. All right, we're good? We're good? Thank you. I've been having internet issues. They're supposed to be fixed.
Hail Satan got Jesus.
Listen, Astro Zombie, thank you, guys. Did I accidentally... Let me just check something. No, we should be good. All right, so if you guys notice buffering on my streams, let me know in the comments here. So thank you very much to everyone that's gifted memberships already. We're already at 14 members for the stream. Thank you, guys. Who's all here? We're going to start talking about it now. We're up to 150 people watching. If you guys could hit like on the streams, if you guys could share it with your uncle in jail, that would mean a lot to me. Get it around the jail. Make sure everyone in jail's watching on cell phones that they smuggled into the jail up their assholes. I'd love that. I'd love to see them do that too, if you know what I mean. So, here we go. Switch to reveal. My initial thoughts. Now, of course, I know that people are going to cut me off with dodos.
That was a joke, Dono lol. Just messing around.
Banshee, I didn't even... Which one did you do,
Soft
Banshee?
serve ice cream pie. Soft 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 serve ice cream pie. Soft.
Listen. Black Sheep. No, don't time anyone. I'm going to cut those off. Listen, if you guys want to troll me, Black Sheep, at least send me nudes before you do it. Guys, don't time anyone out for that. That's fine. I'll stop it on my end. But guys, listen. Relax your anuses. I'm going to give Black Sheep an ice cream pie. Yeah, we're not bringing out the band hammer on fucking Black Sheep. Let's get real here. Black Sheep's a legend in the community. He's fine. Leave him alone. Oh, yeah. Oh. Jacob is here. Nice to see you. You could ban people, but you got to be careful. James, we'll get to chats soon. All right. My initial thought process on the Switch 2 reveal was, that's it? Now, I'm sure all of you have seen the initial reveal trailer. There's a lot of little secrets in there, a little bit of mystery when it comes to the new button on the right Joy-Con. That was believed to be the chat button. I don't think it is anymore. So let's dive into the Switch. Let me get this set up properly here. Let's do this. Okay, well that didn't do what I wanted it to do. That's great. Okay. So I'm not going to play the actual Switch trailer because Nintendo will come after me with guns. But we're gonna just go through it a little bit here. So here we go. Let me start off by talking about this trailer. Now, of course, we know that why is that like, hang on a second. That is weird. Guys, what resolution am I streaming in? Why is that so weird? That is weird. Fit to screen. Yay. There we go, guys. We're all good now? Good. So there's the original Switch. And then, of course, they grow it. That's how much bigger the new screen is. So we'll talk about that quickly for a second. This image that you see on screen is a very good sort of like representation of how much bigger the Switch actually is now. So if you look at the standard Joy-Con, you can assume it's actually going to be kind of great to get a Switch that's a little bit bigger than we're used to, right? So I'm excited about that aspect of this. By the way, I got chat up here. I've got everything up there. So we're getting about like an inch for the screen size bigger. So, I mean, that's good when it comes to the screen size. I'm not too positive that we're getting an OLED screen on here. That's one thing that they have not confirmed. So we've got the power button, the rocker for the audio volume, plus and minus, the headphone jack. You've got your usual stand, you know, on the back, which is not something we need to really even talk about. Yeah. The stand is not anything I'm too excited about. I mean, it's cool, whatever. Now, when it comes to the Joy-Cons, let's talk about those right away. So on the right side here, there's a new button. We don't know what that button is. I'm assuming that button is for a chat, which we'll get into in a bit. Freddie, thank you, dude.
DK looked like he's seen some since Kate.
Yeah, I know. Donkey Kong got a new look, which we'll talk about in a second. So when it comes to the Joy-Cons, I like what they've done here. I like how they have essentially kind of hidden the fact that the Switch, well, like if you look at the overall Switch, the colors of the Switch are hidden behind the black design. And a lot of people, oh my God, here we go.
Listen, I am hungry for Switch 2 news, and that makes me want shrimp as a shark with gout.
Sushi, sake, hot, so sugar. You sock it to me, I'll sock it to you. Oh, feeling good, and you like that sushi food. Sushi food. Now you can say, sushi, sake, hot, sushi good. You sock it to me, I'll sock it to you. Sock it to you. Feeling good, and you know what sake do. Now you can say, sushi, sake, hot, sushi good. You sock it to me, I'll sock it to you. Oh, feeling good, and you like that sushi food. Now you can say, hey, this guy's good. Sushi, sake, hot, sushi good. You sock it to me, I'll sock it to you. Oh, feeling good, and you like that sushi food. Sushi food. Now you can say, sushi, sake, hot, sushi good. You sock it to me, I'll sock it to you. Sock it to you. Feeling good, and you know what sake do. Now you can say, sushi, sake, hot, sushi good. You sock it to me, I'll sock it to you. Oh, feeling good.
You want a goddamn giant shark? You want the fucking shark to come out? Where the fuck is my giant shrimp? God damn it. Okay, well, now this has just become much harder to do the news. Thank you, Zaylin, for fucking up everything. I love you. Zaylin, thank you for the support. I appreciate you big time, man. You goddamn son of a bitch. God damn it. Thank you, Zaylin. So getting back to everything here. Zaylin, I love you. God damn it, guys. Shout out to Zaylin in the chat. Thank you for the support, dude. So overall, let me just say what I think of the Switch here. I think that the Switch 2 looks like Nintendo is taking the route, or the route, I should say, of rather than making it all about children, which the Switch wasn't essentially all about children games, right? It was not. But you got to look at this from the perception of the audience, right? How do we look at the system? How do we feel when we looked at the system? When we looked at the original Switch, it had a bit of like playfulness to it, right? It had the blue and the red Joy-Cons. They could pop off. You saw people playing the games together. That was exciting, right? This system more or less is like Nintendo saying to the audience, we're all adults now. We're all adults now. So the design of the Switch itself, Switch 2, I should say, is very, very adult-like. It has elements of like being a Switch, predecessor because of the color that you see on screen here. But when it comes to the actual console design itself, it's very, very, very much for adults. It doesn't feel like it's Nintendo's usual whimsical, like magic. It feels like a real device for a change. It doesn't feel like it is a Switch. It feels like it's something Sony would have made based on the design of it, right? If you hold the original Switch up, later, obviously the OLED model, they refined it and you could start to see like what they wanted to actually do with this system. So I love my OLED model, but I'll tell you this much. I now love the new model. I love how sleek it is. It looks very professional. So let's talk about this right now. The one thing that a lot of people are going on and on and on about are how the actual Joy-Cons connect to the system now. And if you look closely at this video, people are like, oh my God, that thing's going to break off. So I'll play it here. Look, it slides in place and it goes on an angle. It looks like you have to do it on an angle. Like every time I see the video, it's always on an angle. Like, see that? And then it goes like down and clicks in. Now, I have confirmed one aspect that I don't think anyone's talking about. The Joy-Cons are not just magnetically held onto the console. In fact, the buttons that you see on the back of the controller right here, let me see if I can get a shot of this. Right there on the bottom, you're going to see right there, that huge button on the back there, that huge button is to release the Joy-Con from the system. So while there are magnets on the Joy-Cons, they're not actually just held in place just because of the magnets. If you look closely at the design, that back button is what releases the Joy-Con from the console. So it's not what we thought. It's not that you could just like pull them off. At least based on the research I've done, Nintendo released a secondary video on their website showing how the Joy-Cons would actually attach to the console. And that back button that you see on the screen on the top left there, that pushes it off. I don't know if it's like a magnet release system or if it just like pushes out some of the siding that causes it to disconnect from the system. I don't know which side that or how that works. So I'm guessing that it doesn't just pop off. Sorry, I got to turn the heat off in here. It is off. God, it's fucking hot in here. So Zaylin, thank you for the huge donation, you son of a bitch. So let's talk about this now. Everybody and their mother, they knew that the Switch 2 would have the ability to be turned into a mouse and keyboard, essentially. Now, we haven't seen the keyboard aspect of the Switch 2 yet. We've just seen this. Now, a lot of people missed this in the trailer. If you look closely, that's an add-on. The Joy-Con actually slides into that. So let me see if I can get that. If I go frame by frame. There you go.
The Switch who has been bestowed upon us by Kafir through the Hittity Dung incantation. We have been blessed with the phallus of Nintendo's charms.
Listen, Wooden's Throne, thank you for the support, dude. I appreciate you big time. If you guys want to ask any questions or anything, let me know in the chat.
I bought black Joy-Con shells DIY kit from Amazon, and my Switch old looks like an adult console, lol.
Nice.
I couldn't stand the colorful Joy-Con, so went DIY.
Living legend, dude. That's like a whole other video we could do, all the mods that you could do on the Switch nowadays. It's awesome, dude. Can you send me a photo of your system? I'd love to see it. So, here we go. This is confirmation right here in the video that the right, I guess the right one, maybe both. Let's go through it. I'm not sure if it's both, but if you go frame by frame here, you can see clearly that we are getting a mouse inside of the right Joy-Con. Now, the left side also has it, which makes you instantly think, why does the left side have it? Maybe because for left and right-handed people? Like, what's that button on the front? Maybe that's a release button, or is that an added button that does something on the left Joy-Con? Very, very strange stuff. They've got it on the right side too. I don't know if that button on that little add-on is something that just releases it, or is it a third button? What is that button? Nobody knows yet. But I do find it to be very, very interesting that the right Joy-Con can be used like a mouse. Now, let's talk about the implications of what that means. Like, what can you do with a mouse and keyboard setup on the Switch? I'll bring this up right away. We're instantly going to get a new Mario Paint. I guarantee it. That's number one. We gotta get a new Mario Paint. Oh, shit. Dude, I'm dying in this suit, Zaylin. I am dying. Mars Rep, thank you for the gifted. Thank you, Mars. I appreciate the gifted 5. I appreciate that very much. You're a goddamn legend. That brings us up to 19 memberships gifted. Thank you very much, guys. So, Mars Rep, thank you. Getting back to what we're talking about here. Zaylin, I'm going to fucking die. So, getting back to this, we're getting Mario Paint, but I want you guys to think outside the box. Think about all the times in Nintendo games where a mouse could have been utilized. I got one game, Super Mario Maker. Could you imagine being able to now, rather than use the touchscreen, be able to use a mouse and keyboard type setup to be able to create your levels in Mario Maker, Mario Paint, Mario Kart Designer, if that's a thing? I pray it is. We'll get to Mario Kart 9 in a second, but so many little aspects. You could play JRPGs with a mouse and keyboard now, maybe. That's fucking awesome. Menu games that are heavily have menu systems now. Maybe those can be changed to point and click. Think about like WarioWare games now could use a mouse and keyboard type setup. Now, I don't know what the left analog or the left Joy-Con is going to be. I don't know what that is. Probably, I'm guessing the right one's going to be the mouse and the left one will be like some weird thing that it does on top of it. But I don't know. No idea what that does. So let me know in the chat what else you think would be done with this feature. Like, what else can you guys think about when it comes to this? What do you guys think? Piracy. Well, there's that. Piracy could get a hand with the system for sure. So Theta says, I fear, let's put that on screen. I fear that this might be a gimmick and not many games will utilize it. I don't know, man. I'm going to say this. Think about games like Diablo. Imagine playing Diablo 3 now with a mouse and keyboard on your Switch. I think that's kind of cool, guys. Be able to put this on the desk and play with a mouse. That's kind of cool, man. And then use the left analog stick like you normally would. So to be able to do quicker clicking in games like Diablo, that's awesome. Baldur's Gate 3, there's a prime example of why this mouse and keyboard setup could be incredible. Now, do I think we're going to get a miniature keyboard? Probably not. However, you never know. I don't know. Maybe Nintendo has a third-party maker that's making one at the moment now, but having a mouse input on the Joy-Con, such a brilliant idea for the system. It's just another input that they can utilize in games that might want to feature that ability. So, Diablo, Baldur's Gate. Wes, what's up? Shark Fillet, what's up? Nice to see you guys. So let's move along to the overall design here. As you guys know, the console is it's magnetized, right? Those click in with magnets, but I have confirmed already that there are buttons on the back of the Joy-Cons that will release the Joy-Cons. So I think that they're locked in place. To be honest with you, I think that maybe they're locked in place by some sort of technology. I'm not sure yet. That's just my guess. Now, if you look closely, it looks like both the left and right Joy-Cons have those sensors, unless I'm wrong about that. Let's see here. So on the right side, you have just to the left there, you have the right and left S buttons. But if you look closely, that is the sensor right there to be able to use it as a mouse. Now, does the right one have it as well? Let's see. We'll go in slow motion. I think it does. Sorry, the left one has it as well, doesn't it? There you go, it does. It does. So, wait a minute. Right and left mouse? Okay, I guess for left-handed people that makes sense.
Imagine a world, the ultimate Switch, handheld, home console, and now PC gaming all in one system.
Yeah, I want to talk about that for a second, right? All those PC games that you know and love and play with a mouse and keyboard, you can now use your Switch too? That's kind of opening the door to a lot of third-party indie developers that might have thought, well, you know, our game is mainly made for mouse and keyboard. They can now move that over there. But then games like Baldur's Gate 3, for example, they can utilize this mouse technology and make the game much easier to play, right? Especially when you're dealing with very convoluted UI. You know, you want to be able to click things quicker, right? Rather than moving the Joy-Con around with the analog stick. The HAL sensors that are now in the Joy-Cons will do a great job, but like you can't beat mouse and keyboard. Now think about it for first-person shooters. Maybe it will work great. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see on that one. Now, in the back of the system, again, I want to point this out. If you look on the left here, can you guys see my mouse moving around, by the way? I'm not sure if you can. So, Insomniac, thank you for being a member for 9 months. I appreciate you. And Zaylin, I'm going to kill you.
You are my baby daddy.
All right, so you guys can see my mouse. That button on the back of the Joy-Con there, believe it or not, actually is what pops the Joy-Con off of the system. That's not just like a new button to play games with. I don't know why it's so big. It seems weird, man. But yeah, that will pop off the Joy-Cons now. So let's get to what everyone wants to talk about here. This. Okay. Mario Kart 9. Which, if you look closely at this trailer, something weird's going on here. Because you start the trailer off on the Mario Kart circuit, and then you go to the desert, which we'll talk about in a second. But I want you guys to focus on the screenshot that I have there.
Prediction. Hollow Knight to Switch to launch title.
Caldo, that's probably true, man. That's not a bad theory, man. I think that's a great theory. So, Caldo Head, great prediction, man. Remind us of that in a few months, because I think that's where we're headed, right? So thank you. Now let's talk about what you see on screen here. There's a lot of stuff I want to go over here, so guys, pay attention to what I'm about to say. I've been analyzing this for the last like fucking 8 hours, and there's a lot. You know, I'm a veteran when it comes to Mario Kart. I'm not a know-it-all, but I know Mario Kart inside and out. Now, there's a lot of stuff I want to show you guys here that will probably get you very excited about the game. Let's get into it in a breakdown mode here. Ready? Number one, if you count all of the starting grid, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 6, 6, 6, 6. How many is that? 24. So we're now upping the roster from 12 to 24 racers per race. So that's the number one thing I wanted to bring up. This means that the roster overall is probably going to be double than it was in the last Mario Kart. So we're talking about...
Still no analog triggers, rip racing games.
Yeah, okay, I'll get to that now. RTU's Brothers Afterwork Burrito, thank you for the support, dude. Let's talk about that quickly. The Switch does not have analog triggers, which I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's terrible, terrible, because of racing games. I don't know, man. I feel like maybe they'll release a Joy-Con that has that. However, you could just use the Pro Controller, which, you know, they're going to show off soon enough. I'm guessing the old Pro Controller will probably work with the new one, but we'll see about that. So thank you, RTU brother. Love you, buddy. So maybe it will.
In 3 years, if the thin bezel OLED comes out, I might get it. A portable PS4 looks promising for EMU on the go. Cool face. As of now, I hate those thick bezels, lol.
Yeah, Living Legend, thank you for the support, dude. Listen, you guys got to remember, as we look at this console, PlayStation's working on a portable PlayStation 5. So while Nintendo has its foot in the door in terms of, you know, maybe a decent powered system like a PlayStation 4 Pro or an Xbox Series S, remember, Sony's going to drop like a super powerful PlayStation 5 portable probably in the next few years. So that is something Nintendo will have to deal with in the future. So I don't know if they're paying attention to that at the moment, Living Legend. I'm sure it's obviously a very important aspect of the Switch too, but we'll see as it comes out in the future, right? Because we got Xbox working on a handheld. We've got the Steam Deck 2, which is probably going to come out. We've got tons of PC manufacturers working on their own portable PCs. So Nintendo really has to lay into the idea that their most important aspect is their IPs.
Breast. Listen, are you going to buy Switch to day one?
Yes.
I am, because of Metroid Prime for Beyond.
Of course I will, man. Of course. I will be getting this day one with all of the launch games, hopefully, which is a lot of money. We'll see how many come out, but I'm definitely going to be buying this day one, and we're going to be testing it and playing it on stream nonstop. So get ready for that. Mario Kart, 24 racers together. We're going to be doing that for sure. So again, let's look at this image and break it down. In terms of a Mario Kart game, the tracks are much wider, it looks like, in some of the future image that we're going to see here, but 24 racers. 24 racers per track. Now, let me also talk about some of the amazing details that they've put into this. If you look on the right side that says Mario Motors, on the left side, Luigi's, whatever that says, Luigi's Tires. We've got Mario Motors. We've got the Mario Kart symbol in the front, Bomba Bomb. I can't read that in the background there, but what I think is super cool about this, and let's go to a closer view here. Here's what's crazy.
I'm hoping transferring games from the Switch 1 to the Switch 2 will be a thing. I won't be getting it day one, can't afford to, but I will get it ASAP.
Yeah, that is definitely something that will happen. You'll be able to transfer your games 110%. I wouldn't worry about that. Thank you. I'm now being called Rob Zombie. I appreciate that. So there's Rosalina, of course, but if you look, there's more Mario Kart TVs on the left side there, right? So Mario Kart TVs coming back. That means that you'll be able to watch your friends play these amazing games in amazing races, right? Now, let's go frame by frame here, because I want to show you something. If you look closely at this frame, I know that I can't really show you it, but Donkey Kong has been redesigned. Donkey Kong has been redesigned. He no longer looks like Donkey Kong. The days of Rare's Donkey Kong are over. He looks more like Donkey Kong from the 80s than he ever did before. Now, there's something very interesting about this screenshot I want to show you. While past Mario Kart games have been all about just selecting certain parts of your cars, I'm starting to see a little bit of details that are hinting at something very cool. If you look at Mario Motors in the background, it says fuel, parts, and maintenance. Does that mean we're going to be able to upgrade our parts over time, buy better motors, make the cars look different, different tires? What does that mean? Number 2, maintenance. Does that mean we have to maintain our cars? That's kind of an interesting aspect of, I would say, not the multiplayer, but it could be cool in the single player campaign.
It's not Donkey Kong, it's D.I. Kong. Listen, tongue starfish, and charge it back. Let's go.
Biff, thank you for DEI Kong. That's hilarious. Wood, thank you for the support as well, dude. I appreciate you. Now, here's one thing I want to show. If you look at this track, it becomes abundantly clear as we go through this that they've redesigned Mario. So check out his animations now, man. Watch when he goes over this jump. Look at that. They've really laid into the past of Nintendo here. I'm talking 1980 design work. Now, let's skip ahead here. Go frame by frame. I want to show you some other stuff here. Now, again, right there is a prime shot of the new Donkey Kong design. I know you guys can probably not see that, but yeah, he's got fat. So this is interesting, right?
Mario Kart, motorsports. Let's all give it a name. What do you all think it'll be called?
Well, what's super annoying, guys...
You think the switch to performance similar to PS or Pro?
Yeah, so let me answer those two on screen here. So this one on screen, let me answer that one. Hang on. So, Mario Kart Motorsports. Dude, that's not a bad name, man. That's a brilliant name, to be honest with you. I love that name. What do you guys think it'll be called? Dude, that's a fucking amazing name you just came up with. So, Turbo Express, thank you very much. I would call it Motorsports. That's fucking amazing. Donald Trump Tremendous Steak says, do you think the Switch 2 performance will be similar to a PlayStation 5 Pro? We're going to get into that in a second because I'm going to go over the leaked specs of this console. But to break it down simple terms, it's basically an Xbox Series S. I think a lot of people are expecting this thing to be 1080p with 4K abilities, while I don't think so. I don't think we're going to get a 4K system out of this. I don't know. Mostly I'm saying that because it's a handheld device. Second of all, this trailer that they released is not in 4K. So I don't know if the system will be able to output 4K or not, but I still want to talk about this Mario Kart stuff here. Right there, that's a booster pad, so you could see him collecting it and then using it. Look at the effects that they put on there, but what's really interesting about what I'm showing here now is, watch this.
I like that name, but I think it'll just be Kart 9.
Yeah, Jason, I think so too, man. I appreciate the support. It might just be Mario Kart 9. But I wanted to show this part off here. So, as it goes into the distance here, the track is like wide open. It makes you wonder, like, is the new Mario Kart an open world game? Because, like, look at how far in the distance that goes. Now, if you look closely on the right side here, there's a new power-up. Nobody knows what that power-up is right now. It's a Yoshi's restaurant on the right side here. Looks like a hamburger, maybe. But there's a new power-up that you can barely see on the right side. It looks like you have to go in through the drive-thru to pick that up. So that's another little detail out of the trailer a lot of people were talking about. What is that? It looks like, I mean, it's hard to say what that is. It looks like a, I don't know, like, no one's been able to break out what that is exactly. It is definitely a power-up, but I don't know what it could be. It looks like it may look like a train or something, maybe, or I don't know. It looks like Pikachu, by the way. It does look like Pikachu, but guys, look at the actual track. It's massive in scope. So does that mean we're going to have tracks that are just straight lines again? Like, what's going on here? You got lots of power boosters on the track itself. You've got 24 people, double wide tracks now. They used to be much smaller than this, but it looks like it's open world, which would be fucking amazing. Now, let me talk about this on screen right now. A lot of people have been worried about this right on screen right now. Plays Nintendo Switch. So, plays Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games, which means obviously you get games only made for the Switch 2, as well as Nintendo Switch games. Now it says, Nintendo Switch 2 plays both physical and digital Switch games. Certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported on or fully compatible with the Switch 2. Details shared at a later date. Now, what does that mean for us? I honestly believe that that means that, oh my God, I could take this off. Hang on. Oh! Oh, okay. It means this, guys. Thank God. Zaylin, I love you, but holy shit, dude. Zayland, I love you, but I'm going to murder you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Give me an Oscar for that fall. All right, so let's talk about this. This on screen right now. What does this mean? Guys, this just means it doesn't work with, like, Amiibo, and it doesn't work with AR games, because the AR technology has been removed from the Switch 2. At least based on my notes, that's what it's saying, right? Zaylin, don't you dare.
You owe me 11 more suits. Put it back on.
Nope, not today. I'm doing that on the 24-hour stream. I'm going to be living in the suits. Now, people asking about Amiibo. I'm sure there'll be Amiibos. I'm sure there'll be more Amiibos. I don't know yet. So, this basically means that the console itself will not be able to play certain games. That's all that means. It doesn't mean... What just happened? So it does not mean you should worry. You know what I mean? I think, honestly, guys, that this system's going to play most of the games, if not all of them, except the Amiibo games. Sorry, not the Amiibo. The Labo, not Amiibo. I apologize. The Labo games. Obviously, it's not compatible with Labo. it's not compatible with like 1, 2, 3 switch because there's no AR sensors in the Joy-Cons. So I wouldn't worry about that.
You're fired.
I'm fired. You're fired. Also, shout out to Cosmic, who gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Cosmic, you son of a bitch. I didn't even see that.
Bucci. Jucci.
Thank you, man. Do I reckon the old controllers will work? No, I do not think that the old Joy-Cons will work on this system. I know that some people are going to be like, ah, fuck. I don't think the old Joy-Cons will work on the new system. It's a different size, different system. So, while that would be incredible, it's not happening. I could say that without a shadow of a doubt. Now, I'm just going to put this on screen because it's just easier to do this. So, hang on a second. Does this not go full screen? Why will it not let me do that? Yeah, whatever. I'll just do that for now. Okay, let's talk about all of my notes that were given to me through the delightful people on our team. So, when it comes to the Switch 2, may not support all Switch 1 games at launch. Polygon has an article saying that the AR cameras are not involved with the system, which I could tell right away that's not going to happen, right? Now, here's the reported specs of the Switch 2. I know a lot of people wanted to talk about this.
Do you think OG Switch games will play better?
Well, we're going to get to that in a second here, right? Because there's some, I don't know, like a lot of the stuff I'm about to talk about, people are going to be like, who gives a shit? People would just want like a straight up answer. How good is the system going to look? Well, we've got that coming up here because we had the motherboard leaked, which we'll talk about in a second here. So in terms of the full specs of the CPU, we're talking about an ARM Cortex A78C, which to some people are going to be like, I know what that is. To most people, who gives a shit, right? We got 8 cores, unknown L1, L2, A3 cache sizes, so we don't know that yet. But it has an NVIDIA, sorry, it's a little blurry for me here. NVIDIA T239. Again, you know, you can break these things down in terms of technical specs and put them up against other consoles and be like, yeah, this is very close to a Series S or just under a Series S or above a PlayStation 4 Pro. You know, 12 gigabytes of RAM. That's awesome to have on the system. Obviously, handheld mode is going to run at a different speed. So we're talking about 172 teraflops versus 3.09 teraflops in dock mode. So not completely obliterating in dock mode, but probably enough power, extra power, I should say, in dock mode to be able to run this thing at full screen, right? When you're in handheld mode, you don't need that super power. You know, you're playing on a small screen.
Listen, get to the newsstand. Juicy.
Listen, Grim, I love you. So in terms of the actual specs, to break it down in layman's terms, we're talking about a system that is capable of being a PlayStation 4 Pro in handheld mode. However, when it's docked, it's also getting very much closer to a Series S. Now, I don't see in the notes here anything about the DL, you know, well, hang on, maybe it is here. Is it here? Hang on. Because there's one aspect of this that a lot of people are not talking about. Hopefully the RAM will be DDR5 RAM. I hear that it is going to be, where is it here? LP DDR5 RAM. So it'll be a PlayStation 4 docked. Well, no. It'll be a PlayStation 4 Pro docked. So you got to understand that they're also using some technology in this that not a lot of people are talking about, because it's taking a Series X, and let me just show you. Exactly, Reptile. I was just about to bring that up. So DLSS, what is that? DLSS is going to take this system from looking like something close to a Series S, and with DLSS, which has frame generation, it's going to really, really, really push up some of the, I wouldn't say the graphics of the system. I think the system's going to look incredible, but with DLSS built into this system, we're talking about taking certain frame rates in native mode that would run at like 30 frames max and bringing it up to sometimes 50, 60
Imagine
frames.
a battle royale style Mario Kart.
Amber Heard's Turds, that's a fucking awesome idea. I'd love to see that too. So Reptilian is exactly on point here. So let me explain the technology to you guys. Natively, the system without DLSS on board would be able to do games like PlayStation 4 Pro specs between a PlayStation 4 Pro and a Series S, with obviously there's rumor, ray tracing abilities in here. So two RTX ray tracing cores, which that's rumored to be on the board. That's awesome. That means it'll look great, but overall performance will need some sort of boost. That's where NVIDIA's DLSS comes into play. If you're not into this technology, it's basically using AI technology. I don't know if it is using DLSS plus something on terms of the AI technology. It's been rumored that there's some new AI technology that's going to upscale the image to 4K in the system, but DLSS, a bare minimum, is going to basically take the performance and sometimes doubling it. So we're talking about having a PlayStation 4 Pro, Xbox Series X with 60 frames per second at 1080p on the go. That's probably what the target is with DLSS enabled, right? Without it, that's where the system would just be another handheld system. We wouldn't be getting a huge graphical leap. That DLSS, that's super important. So yeah, we want frame rates of 60, right? You want to be able to play the new Mario Kart with 24 players at 60 frames per second. So yeah, Turbo's nailing it in the chat. He says he uses a low resolution to keep better performance and keep the frame rates higher while using AI technology to upscale the low resolution into something better. Into something that looks visually better but also performs better. So DLSS is a major part of the system, guys. That's what's going to take it from the native resolution and the native frame rate into something that we would want more of, right? So with the new DLSS built into the Switch 2, hopefully you can enhance some of the old Switch games, right? That's one aspect that we don't know. Is it going to take old games and utilize DLSS on the Switch 2? I pray to God it does. So you can play Tears of the Kingdom at 60 frames with no hiccups. It has to be able to do that, right? That's a major selling point. To be able to go back and play Breath of the Wild at 60 frames locked off. Dude, give it to me. I'd love that, right? So Vapist also said this, which I was going to just get to in notes. He says, you guys need to remember the Switch 2 isn't running a bloated OS like other handhelds, which is true, right? There will be more overhead compared to running games on Linux or Windows. So that's another good aspect of the system that Vapist brought up. We're talking about just like Nintendo OS. We're not talking about Windows and all that other shit. So it's not running this bloated nonsense in the background. So is that good? That bad? We're going to find out about that. But let's bring it up to here now. Yeah, Windows 11 is a pack rat. Yeah, I mean, come on. Like, you guys got to remember, like, while the system might not look like it's got crazy specs,
DLSS requires DirectX 12, which is exclusive to PC.
Well, that's why, again, a lot of these rumors are rumors. We don't know what's going to be utilized in the Switch, but it's been rumored that something like DLSS or some sort of AI 4K upscaler built into the Switch is what's going to drive the performance of this console. So we're going to, I don't know, man. We'll see what it is. So we went over this. So right here, it's rumored to have Series S level graphics, which I'm excited about. I mean, I don't really need it to be crazy past that, right? Custom NVIDIA AI chip made just for the Switch 2. That's what I'm hearing as well. Switch will have magnetic Joy-Cons that connect to the console, which we have confirmed now. Nintendo's teased the mouse, which was announced today. The motherboard has leaked, which we don't really need to go over now. Okay, we know that one. Now, here's what's interesting. The pricing. Nintendo Switch 2 is reportedly rumored, to cost $449 US at launch, which is a little bit higher than I think some people. Rumors are also saying it's bundled option at $499 US with the new Mario Kart game as a bundle. Are you guys happy about that? Do you guys want to spend $500 US? I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Once it gets modded, it will unlock full potential.
Yeah, living legend, for sure. Now, let's talk about this. This is interesting, guys. IGN reports on games set to be released on the Switch 2 in 2025. This, by the way, is confirmed reports from IGN. So, it looks like IGN... Let's just open the article here. They're bringing up in the article that Halo is coming over here. Now, this is based on Nate the Hate. Nate the Hate is he's incredible. This guy that drops this amazing information on us. And, you know, everyone was giving him shit saying, like, we don't believe what he said. There's no Switch reveal. Nate the Hate said it would happen today. It happened today. Now, he's also reporting this. Metal Gear Solid Delta is going to come to the Switch 2. But not only that, Nate the Hate also said this. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Juchi is going to have to buy one. And also, the Halo Master Chief Collection are reported to be coming to the Switch 2. Not only that, Halo, Metal Gear Delta, I'm not sure these are launch titles. Pretty much not launch titles, because it's rumored that Final Fantasy VII will be coming out this year, remake, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will be in 2026, I should say. A new Mario Rabbids game is rumored to be coming out, and Ubisoft also tweeted out that they love the new system. Rainbow Siege, a new Rainbow Siege coming to the Switch. Professor Layton, that's rumored. Pokemon ZA, and Metroid Prime 4. Now, what's missing from this list? Mario Kart 9. So, in terms of launch titles, I've heard wild rumors that we'll have 24 games on launch. That's exciting. I don't think we're going to get Metroid Prime in the launch window. I don't think we're getting a new 3D Mario in the launch window. I think this system is launching with very hardcore third-party support with Halo maybe Rebirth. I don't think we're going to see a 3D Mario right away or Metroid Prime 4 within the launch window. And keep in mind, launch window is usually the first 3 months of the console being released. So I wouldn't get too hyped out about those aspects of the system. Now, there is already a rumored, at least it was rumored this morning, and it was a big disaster because people were very confused about this. But people were like, are you kidding me? We're getting on February 2nd, we're getting a direct? No. The first direct we're getting for this is actually April 2nd and time to be announced. So we don't know what time that'll actually launch on. So in terms of getting more information about this console and its games. We will not get that until April 2nd, which is not great. I'm not very happy about that, to be honest. That's one aspect of the Switch reveal that I was like, are you kidding me? I've got to now wait months and months and months to figure out when the Switch 2 is going to show off some of the games. How do you guys feel about that? I don't know, man. I'm not too pleased with that. Overall, let's talk about overall what we feel Nintendo did here. I would say that... Hang on a second. Why did that go off? There we go. I would say that the reveal was kind of mediocre. Now, it's mediocre because everything leaked. Yeah. That's... Dude, I'll put that up.
All this talk about graphics and tech. I'm getting endless hours of fun on my GameCube and Dreamcast on my CRT TV.
Exactly. Remember, graphics are not for everybody. Certain people out there, especially most of the majority of the people that bought a Switch, graphics aren't the most important aspect of it, right? So there's a lot of people saying like graphics are so important in this system because of the third party, which I do agree with. You have to have strong third party on this system. And I want the games to run at a bare minimum 30 frames per second without an issue.
Gentlemen, on the scale from 1 inch to 12 inches, how bricked up are you for the Switch 2? Now, for you ladies, how moist are your lawns? As for me, I'm a gushing granny geyser. My coochie will launch from my legs. Ah!
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I think I just fixed something. Hang on, let's play it again.
Gentlemen, on the...
No, that does not look fixed. Yeah, I mean, graphics are not everything, guys. Graphics are not everything, but I don't think anyone should feel like we're kind of getting the short end of the stick with the system. I truly believe we're not. Let me see if I fix that. Hang on.
Gentlemen, on the...
Yeah, now that's better. At least you could kind of read that. So Nightbreaker, thanks for the support. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. So yeah, let me get back to my overall thoughts on this reveal. Nintendo obviously, I don't know, they didn't underestimate the power of the leaks, but the leaks really diminished this. I mean, I'm excited for the system still, but at the end of the day, I'm also kind of like, okay, great. It's just a Switch that looks sexy. I need to see something a little bit more. Graphics are nice and blah, blah, blah. You know, showing Mario Kart off is cool. There's a lot of aspects of that are throwbacks to classic 80 Nintendo. I tweeted this earlier. I'll show it on screen in case you guys missed this. There's one aspect of the Mario Kart that I don't know if people have seen as well, but I'll show it off here quick. This is pretty cool too. Check this out. So this is my Twitter account, and if you look closely at this screenshot here, that right there, that is ridiculous. That is a really, really crazy throwback, right? You're like, what the hell? What the hell? So look at the kart design. It says 7 Rally Nintendo. You've got 2 Luigi and Mario on the kart. Watch this. Look closely at that cart that Toad's on. That cart is literally the cart from the game. So Nintendo is going back in time here, and they are going into the well of just IP. And I'm talking about, like, look at it. That's fucking awesome. Look, they're going that far back. That's from the disk system era, man. The Famicom, look at that. Grand Prix 2 3D Hot Rally. Look at the car, man. Toad is in that cart. That right there is a prime example of like exactly what I want Nintendo to do. I want them to go back in time and give us classic Nintendo IP again. That looks fucking awesome, guys. Yeah, that screenshot is definitely not representing the full game, but that's just, you know.
I don't care about Heaspjix, I just want 60 FPS.
I agree, Amber Heard's Turds. Thank you for the support. That is, that's one aspect of this that I'm super excited about. If you give me past games from the Switch and you let them play at 60 frames per second, I will be so happy. All right, so how do you guys feel about the Switch 2 reveal? What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Iona Beat says, my only question about the reveal is, why do you need 2 mice? Multiplayer, maybe? Put that on the chat there for a second on screen right here. That is a good point. Why do we need 2 mice? Well, keep in mind, people could be right-handed or left-handed, right? So that's number one. That's my number one guess. Number 2, is it for multiplayer? It could be. It could be. Could be for multiplayer. Could it also be for games? Could it be for playing with 2 at once? You know, Nintendo always likes to do crazy, wacky shit with these things. So imagine using 2 mice at once. That could be cool. I don't know. Andrew says, buying it day one. Same here, man. I'm super hyped. When's the release? Okay, so in terms of the release date, the rumored release date for the Switch 2 is sometime in late June. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know if that has any, you know, legs to stand on, but if we're getting a full reveal of games in April, you got to think about, well, hang on a second. I don't know. So we're in February almost. January, we get this reveal. February, nothing. Nothing. January, February, March, nothing. April, we get game reveal. So look at the timeline. January, February, March, April. You got 2 months between April and like June or July, right? So I'm guessing those 2 months are to build hype, and we'll get it sometime in the end of July or June. That's my guess for the release date. Now, man, I get that they showed Mario Kart, and they showed a lot there. There's actually a lot of like really cool details in that Mario Kart trailer. 24 players, throwback designs. You know, like Donkey Kong does not look like Donkey Kong anymore. He looks like classic Donkey Kong from, I mean, old school Nintendo, which is very interesting. We also have massive tracks that just go on into the fucking horizon, which makes you wonder, what kind of Mario Kart game is this? Like, massive, massive tracks. It looks open world. So it makes you wonder, is it some sort of like open world Mario Kart game? Is it, can you customize the tracks? They're hinting at a lot of cool things there. New power-ups. That's awesome. So it's crazy. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think in terms of that Mario Kart. I mean, I'm excited for it. To be able to play 24 players online would be fucking ridiculous. That could just be pure mayhem, man. Nate says it's probably a big adventure mode. Dude, that's not a bad one. Could be.
Let me ask chat something. Is anyone here? Is anyone still watching? I'm always watching you. I'm always here for you, Jay. Oh my god!
Oh my god. Wood's obsessed with wondering why I always ask that question. Guys, if you hit like on the stream, I appreciate that. We're talking about the Switch 2 reveal. We're talking about some of the rumored specs. We're talking about the rumored features of the system and how we could utilize them in gameplay. I think playing any JRPG with menu systems could now be a lot more fun playing with a mouse and keyboard. Doesn't necessarily mean that every game's going to use a mouse and keyboard, but if you look at games like Mario Maker, to be able to use a mouse and keyboard on Mario Maker, that would be incredible, man. That is like how I would use that feature, right? Now, there's a massive part of the Switch 2 we haven't talked about yet. Let's talk about this. The rumored button that's on the right the right Joy-Con used to be a C button in all of the rumors, which people thought meant chat or connect or something of those lines. There's a rumor that the Switch 2 is going to have a built-in social media network, kind of like TikTok, where you'll be able to post gameplay and post screenshots and notes to not only the Switch network internally on the Switch 2, but also to your iPhone. So that's interesting. Now, if they introduce third-party accessories or even first-party accessories for the Switch 2 that can be connected to the top of the system, like USB-C webcams, that could open the door to having Discord on your Switch 2 while in-game. Now, I know that some people are like, no, Nintendo would never allow that. I don't know. Would they? Is it time?
Imagine a new Star Fox. Star Fox Zero was so underrated.
Yeah, living legend. I mean, come on, that'd be amazing. You think some people think that button allows you to send the gameplay to the TV, which I don't know. Now, keep in mind, Lynn in the chat says it's possible. But listen, they removed the connectivity to Twitter. Why would they go out of their way to remove their connections to social media networks unless they were going to basically come up with their own network? Maybe that is the reason why it's not on there. Let me grab a drink. That's an interesting theory, man. Maybe that is why. Exactly. Like, let's get into the theory here. Nintendo removes themselves from all these networks, and they introduce their own network on the Switch 2. I'll be honest with you guys, I mean, if you guys all get Switches, and I say follow me on there, it's just another way I can connect to people. Yeah, Dell Gamer, that's probably why. He says because Twitter became controversial. Yeah, I mean, that could be an aspect, but it also could be because they wanted to remove it, right? So that secret button we're talking about on the right Joy-Con, my guess is that it's some sort of chat. It's like a chat button, or it's a connection button to the network. So yeah, I'll talk about that now. How much do I think the system will cost? I honestly think it'll be pretty expensive. I think it'll be $399 US, or $449 US, and then in Canada add $100 to it. So $499 Canadian, $500 Canadian. That's my guess. It's a cream button.
Cream.
Imagine it was a cream button and just shot cream on you. Guys, we have 25 new members. Thank you guys for that. $1,000 Australian. Wow. Turbo Express, everyone doesn't understand this. They always say to me, buy everything in the States. It's cheaper. You guys don't realize that I don't have US money. So no matter what, I have to convert my money to be enough in US. So $100 Canadian is about $68 US. So it's not like I could just save money by going to buy anything from the US. It doesn't work that way, because then everybody would do that. You guys got to remember the exchange rate. So it's probably going to be $650 bundled on launch in Canada. So either way, Nightbreaker, Jay loses. there's not much I could do about it, right? So PS5 for us in US is already $800, says Jason Poole. That is crazy. $800 Australian, man. Yeah, Alpha Borg, what's going on? You guys realize this currency is in Canadian, right? Yeah, so if I have $1 Canadian and I take that dollar into the US, they hand me 65 cents or 68 cents. So, yeah. I'm not getting any deals on this side. Dennis says the secret button is to call Miyamoto to tuck you in at night. Dude, I wish. I'd push that button to have dinner with him. Plus, you gotta buy a Pro Controller. Yeah. Holzilla says you have to convert a ton of money when the rate's good, then wait. Yeah. Welcome to Malaysian currency. Oh, God, is it bad for you there? So, how many people are gonna buy this day one? That's what I want to know. How many people in chat right now? Let me know in the chat. I just want to see by names. Are you going to buy this day one? How many? Tons of people.
You are my baby daddy.
Man. Everyone watching's like, yes, 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 yes. Probably yes, yes. Vapus says buying it day one. I buy everything. Except you don't eat my cookies. By the way, Vapist, I have to stream tomorrow, so there's no way we could rip this PC down. I don't know how we're doing that. We got to do it during the day, but it can't. I got to stream. So it looks like everybody's going to buy this thing in chat. Which is exciting, man. Like... Yeah, hang on. There's one aspect, and I don't mean to be negative, but I'm going to bring this up. Before the launch...
Yo, Jay, I got some good news and bad news. I'm getting help from FEMA assistance, and bad news this is I won't have power for up to a month.
Holy shit, dude. Guys, Seals was affected by the LA fires. He's not going to have power at his place for a month. Dude, that's terrible, man.
Scalpers are going to scoop these up like crazy.
Well, unless I'm mistaken, there was 2 million Switch units when it initially... Did I just have a seizure? When it initially was released. They're now saying that they'll have 20 million units prepared for 2025, which means that you won't be able to scalp it. It'll be impossible for scalpers because there'll be so many. So let me get that out of the way. There's a rumor now Nintendo has stated that they have 20 million units in production for 2025, opposed to 2 million when the original Switch came out. So they're saying that scalpers won't be a thing with this system. So
I think the Switch 2 was announced today ahead of the Xbox Developer Direct. Could we learn that Doom the Dark Ages will be coming? Love you, Jay.
Andrew, thank you for being a member for 4 months, dude. I think that's what it means, man. So there's also a rumored list of games coming out to the system that I'm not going to show on stream because I don't know. I feel a little bit weird about showing that one, but Bethesda apparently has 3 games coming out as launch titles. 3 of them. What are they? I don't know. Within the launch window and within 2025, I should say. So My guess is that Starfield's coming to the Switch 2. And Doom Dark Age is coming to the Switch 2. And another Bethesda game, which I'm assuming, I hope it is the remake, not the remake, but the redo of Far Cry, Fallout 4, I should say. Remember, Fallout 4 is getting like an overhaul. So they're going to release it again. Oblivion remake rumors are also swirling at the moment, so that would be an amazing game to release on the Switch. Oblivion remake? Great. Deliver it to my veins right now. Del the Gamer says, how fast do you think Switch 2 emulation will happen? Probably the same amount it took everybody to hack into the last Switch. I don't think it'll take long because it's pretty close to the same architecture and I'm hearing software. But at the same, yeah, Turbo says within a year. I'm guessing that this shit will be hacked within months, but it won't run well. So we'll have to wait a while if you're getting into emulation. That's not something I would like get into immediately because, yeah, there was a lot of work to get. I remember they got the Wii U working on emulation with Breath of the Wild. That was like a major stepping stone for emulation, but I don't think, at least I don't think that we're going to see major news about it being hacked right away. It's going to take a little bit of time for them to figure it out. Now, here's what I wanted to bring up before I was rudely interrupted by Raw Dakota. I'm kidding. I love you. There was some people saying that they were a little scared that the Switch 2 was not going to live up to the hype. And it was like they weren't delivering anything for the people. They're like, well, it's just Switch 2 with better graphics. So I'm going to ask a question to you guys. Are you ready? How many people own more than one Nintendo Switch in the chat? If you do, just put yes in the chat. How many people own more than one Nintendo Switch? Okay. So far, everybody owns more than one. Two fat, one light. Everybody owns more than one Switch. Okay. Now, on that, I'm so impressed by you guys. I own like 4 of them. So, let me ask you this. Because everyone was like, oh, well, you know, I don't think the Switch 2 is like going to do much. Guys, everybody in the fucking chat owns more than one Switch. Why did you keep buying Switches? You're now telling me that there's a more powerful Switch that can run better games. You're not going to buy it? Dude, everybody that bought 2 Nintendo Switch systems or 3 or 4, which is most of the fucking chat, they're all going to buy the Switch 2. Even if they're disappointed, they're not going to play on this anymore. So, Nintendo knows that. That's why the Switch 2 reveal doesn't need to be, whoa, my God, it does all this stuff. It just needs to be a better Switch because we've all bought 3 or 4 of them. We all own 3 or 4 Switches. People have the Lite. People have the original Fat Boy. People have the OLED. Guys, I know that there's some disappointment, but we're all going to buy it. We're all going to love the system. Mostly because of first-party games and the overall jump in frame rate. The people that own 2 or 3 of these, man, that's fucking crazy. Okay, I'm going to announce something right now, and you guys are going to be like, wow, Jay's got issues. At the peak of my Nintendo Switch buying, I owned, I think, 7 Nintendo Switch systems. I stopped that. I don't do that anymore, so don't worry. I sold them. I owned the original, I owned a yellow Lite, and I owned the Pokemon Lite. I owned the original system, the Mario system, the OLED system. I owned the Monster Hunter Rise system, which is like super rare now, apparently. And I stopped at that. Now, I gave my original system to my mother, and I still own the OLED and the red model.
You're gonna love my Switch 2.
Listen, love my JVC. So I only own the OLED and a red one. The red Mario Kart system, which I never use, to be honest with you. I should probably give it away to somebody in the chat that doesn't have a Switch. So at its height, I owned like 7 systems. Now, I only play on this one now. So I'll say this. Will I buy more than one new Nintendo Switch? Yes. If they have the original Nintendo 2 Switch and then they have an OLED version, I will buy the upgraded one. If they have I wouldn't do it with Mario Kart. I would do it with Zelda. If they have another Legend of Zelda Switch 2 model, I'll buy that instantly. And I'll make that my main, and I'll sell my main, my old main. Other than that, I don't think I'll buy more than like 2 systems total. You know, the other part of this is like the Joy-Cons, guys. We've seen the black Joy-Cons with the color inside of them, but wait until we start to see all of the colors and all of the extra design choices that they can introduce with the Joy-Cons. Not to mention the new Pro controllers. What are those going to look like? Now, do I have more than one Pro controller? Yeah, I have 3. There's one that I always wanted to get, but I missed out on, which was the Xenoblade 2 Pro controller. I couldn't get it. It's now like $300. I'm not paying that. But I do have Tears of the Kingdom and 2 just Pro controllers standard. My first Pro controller broke. So there you go. So guys, I'm blown away by how many people own more than one Switch console. Can I ask you guys in chat, why did you buy more than one Switch console? Also, if you guys can hit like on this stream, I appreciate that. Dell Gamer says, with the Switch 2 announcement, will we finally see a price drop? I think we will.
How big of a fan are you, ATM&T Universal Monsters?
How big of a fan am I of Teenage Mutant Ninja Universal Monsters? Seals, not really, dude. I was big into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when the cartoon was on. I never read any of the comics. I only watched the cartoon. So, Seals, by the way, yeah. Seals, I can't believe, dude, that you're going to be without power for that long. That sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Carl says, I never owned a Switch. By the way, I don't know the exact date LolCow Tech Talk starts. I'm assuming it's Monday, but I don't know yet, so don't hold me on that one. Raymond says, I never owned a Switch. Got to get one of these days. Wood says, maybe it's just me. I've not seen any gifted memberships today. Well, that's not true. We have 25 gifted memberships. In fact, I'll do one right now. So now we have 26. Thank you for the support, by the way, guys. Let's see who this goes to.
When I saw the new Joy-Con grow, my Joy-Con grew as well. I'd like to buy a Switch Lite for old school D-pad. Still digital triggers, though.
Yeah, Kyle Denson, thank you for the support, dude. When I saw the Joy-Cons grow, I growed as well. I'd like to buy a Switch Lite for the old D-pad. Nice. Dude, I'd like a Switch Lite with a Switch 2 Lite with an OLED in it. That would be nuts. Kyle Denson, thank you for the support, man. Still digital triggers. I know. That's never going to change, man. Nightmare Style Jack gifted a membership. Thank you very much, dude. I appreciate you. Why did I do that? Okay, so Watch Station in the chat says, I don't know if I should get a Switch. I'm mostly waiting for the PlayStation Portable console. Dude, I would not wait for that. That's going to be years. We're not going to get a portable PlayStation 5 for like 2 years minimum. So I wouldn't even think about that. I wouldn't even... That's too long of a wait, my friend. Jason, thank you.
I don't understand why Nintendo are so against analog triggers.
Honestly, because I don't think a lot of people use them. Like, I don't think they can be utilized in a way that is important. You know, I understand racing games, you like to kind of go at half speed or whatever, but even in racing games, I never utilize that. I never hold the controller basically halfway in to go half the speed in a racing game. I either full tilt or braking. So I don't know. Now, we don't know if the Pro controllers have analog sticks. Sorry, we don't know if the Pro controllers have classic triggers or not, or if they're digital. I don't know yet, man. I don't know anything about that aspect of the system. All I know is that, like, I was a huge fan of the Pro controller because it was what I wanted from the system. Did I sometimes forget I was using Joy-Cons in handheld mode? Yeah, that's how good they are. Now, I don't think that they're the best way to play video games because of the travel distance. I'm not a huge fan of Joy-Cons, to be honest with you. But sometimes I just want to plop the system down in front of me and just play the game without having to worry about going to the TV and whatnot, or just playing in bed. So, I'm glad we're getting those controllers back as well.
Mario Sunshine was the only game one can recall where analog triggers were implemented. It controlled the pressure of flood.
Listen, I'll flood you. Techno, thank you for the support, dude. I appreciate you, and that's a good point. I don't know. Analog triggers, I know people use that as like, fuck Nintendo, there's digital, there's no analog, but at the end of the day, I don't think anybody really does give a shit about those. You know, in fact, I don't think I've ever seen anyone be like, I'm not buying the system because of that. I don't think so. Mateo says this, in my opinion, the Pro controller is the most in my opinion, the Pro controller is the most comfortable controller ever. It's pretty comfortable. I don't know if it's the most comfortable controller of all time. What is the most comfortable controller of all time? Huh. That's a tough one. What do you guys think? The 360 controller is up there. The Pro controller is pretty good, but 360 is up there. Xbox One, yeah, that's not bad. I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? I like the DualSense. I prefer Xbox One, but is it close, says Lynn. Turbo Express says my hole.
Hole?
PlayStation has been constantly good. Yes, Xbox is always the best controller, says David, which, you know, Debatable. I don't know if you ever used the original Xbox controller, the Hulk, the bulk as they call it. Canadian chick says, I have tiny lady hands. Most controllers are too big for me. That's what she said. Well, listen. Make a tier list on the best controller. We did that on the show before. Elite Series 2 controller says Boheb. The PlayStation 5 controller blew me away with the ability of the tech.
Juchi, Bucci.
Shout out to the Booch. By the way, guys, thanks for the support today. We're now at 27 members now. That puts us at a new total of something or something. Let me look this up. What? Bubster gifted one. Thank you, Bubster. We're at 1,093. So we're 7 away from 1,100 again. Thank you for making that possible, guys. I appreciate you. Today's been a lot of fun. I'm not leaving just saying... I've been excited to talk about this, but overall, let me just say that, like, I kind of feel a little disappointed because the leaks. We saw everything up until this point, and Nintendo is just confirming leaks at this point. They're not really surprising me with anything that they showed. We know it can be used as a mouse, which is interesting. We know that it's bigger now. We know that the screen is much bigger than the last one. The Joy-Con and overall design is much bigger. But the leaks really took a massive amount of hype out of this, man. The leaks spoiled the trailer because, listen, by the way, awesome shirt. Thank you, man. This is my Phenomenon shirt. Check this out. When I met that boy, he had the darkest eyes, the devil's eyes. Yeah, this is a cool shirt. Do we know anything about the launch titles, Nightbreaker says? Well, we do know that there's a new Mario Kart. We do know that it's strongly... I would say that it's basically confirmed because of Nate the Hate. Now, I'll reiterate this. Nate the Hate is a journalist or whatever he is. He's the guy that leaked the release date for this. Essentially, the release date for what we saw this morning. So he's also saying that Nintendo is going to let Microsoft release Halo on the system. Is that going to be a launch title? We're going to find out because Xbox is doing some sort of like event in the next couple days. They might say that it's coming to Switch that day, or we might see like Phil Spencer show up on a Nintendo Direct. Could you imagine that?
Sega Saturn controller.
Mr. Awesome is late. You're fired.
Oh.
You're fired. Amber Heard Sturd, thank you. Sega Saturn controller. Are you trolling me right now? Now, there's something else I want to show you guys. Hey, you guys are going to like this. Okay. Are you ready for this, guys? This is awesome. All right. Okami creator goes nuclear on Scum Switch 2 leakers. Have you guys seen this yet? All right. Hideki, I can't even, he didn't mince any words, it says here. Here's what he said to the people that leaked the Switch 2. If you go to it, here's what he said. I love this guy. He says, I hope all of the people who leak Switch 2 information, those who help leak it, will be cursed for the rest of their lives to have poop on the soles of their shoes when they get home, he wrote. Now that I've enjoyed the surprise announcement of Okami with all the users, I truly believe that. All those damn leakers should be cursed. The shitty leaker only acts for self-pleasure and self-satisfaction. Not only is he contributing to anyone's belief, he's incurring all sorts of opportunity losses. Dude, he lost his mind. And it's nothing to be proud of about in front of others. He is the worst of scum. So he should be covered in shit from head to toe, then thrown out of the atmosphere, and then stop thinking and wander forever. He basically is saying if you're the leaker, you're a piece of shit, and you should... I love this line. You should be covered in shit from head to toe and thrown out of the atmosphere, and then you stop thinking and wander forever in space. Oh, I love him. So that's the creator of Okami. Absolutely hates him. Jay, who knew you could read Japanese? Thank you, guys. I read Japanese. So there you go. There's one take from a developer on how they feel about leaks. I know internally, just from working with all these companies over the years and working with different devs, such as devs from Ubisoft and Nintendo and different companies from over the years, I know that the number one thing that devs hate are leaks. It ruins the morale of the team that's making the game. I've seen it happen internally. I know what happens to the teams. When their games get leaked or the hardware gets leaked, it hurts them internally. It's like a punch to the gut because they really, really, really want to excite you with these releases and these teases, right? What we saw from the Switch 2 reveal trailer, if we didn't know any better, if we didn't know anything about the console, we would be like, what the fuck are the Joy-Cons doing on the ground like that? Like acting like ice skates. We would not know what that is. They didn't really show the sensors. They showed the little holes, but they didn't say like, by the way, the Joy-Cons are mice. So as a viewer, I wouldn't have known that that was like a cool new feature that was coming to the system. We would have just seen a bigger Switch with some sort of technology. Why is that happening? What's going on? But it got leaked. Everything got leaked. So we knew everything that we saw. And that's like very disappointment to the companies. Like a big disappointment to all the companies, right? And as a fan of Nintendo, that's a major disappointment for me. It's like, okay, I guess there's nothing to be excited about. Like, are you guys super excited still? I don't think a lot of people are super excited about the Switch 2. It's just like, it's going to be a better system. It's going to have amazing games, but that gimmick is like, just, it's, what is it? It's so deflating. Sea Monkey says DSP's reaction was goofy. Quote, "Oh, it has buttons." All right, so Nate says the leak kind of ruined it for me. Sir Jack says I never was excited. Listen. Dennis says I'm still excited for the system, but the reveal did not have the same punch it should have. I agree, man. Jason Poole says I'm so sick of hearing DSP's name. So am I. Lolcow Tech Talk. If DSP's name gets brought up, I'll go nuclear instantly. I'll fucking lose my mind. There's no DSP happening on that show. I bring him up here once in a while because he's such a fucking idiot, and it's hilarious, but I don't care. He's some fucking loser that begs for money on the internet nonstop, has zero skill in anything he's ever done, and people still talk about him like something's gonna change or it's interesting. It's the least interesting content creator on all of YouTube. Just stop. Fucking pointless. He's not funny.
When does Tech Talk start?
Maybe Monday, Tower Dragon. Thank you for the support. But dude, I get it. People like watching train wrecks, and he's just a train wreck after another, after another. Guys, do you realize that like he's doing some of that on purpose? And also the detractors that keep making videos on him are the people who are paying him. Whether you like it or not, those fucking people are supporting him in ways that the shitty little community he has himself doesn't support him. So anyways, enough about fucking DSP. Who cares? My mind's gonna explode. Who cares? Stop watching fucking DSP. Unless you're a fan of what he's doing, what the fuck are you watching for? Non-stop buffoonery. I get it. It's entertaining. It's why you watch LOLcow. I get it. But LOLcow's entertaining. LOLcow is entertaining. DSP, it's like watching paint dry. He's not entertaining at all. The only thing that makes him entertaining are the people that make videos about him. How stupid he is. Yeah, you can watch it 5 seconds and be like, yeah, he's dumb. But they take that and they make fun of him, and that's what makes that interesting. Stop doing that. You know what? If the detractors really want to watch DSP have a meltdown, I know what you should do. You should stop making videos about him for a month. Could you imagine what would happen if all the detractors went in on this together and stopped talking about DSP for a month? His channel would explode. Nothing would happen. He'd be dead. He'd get no views. It's you guys that power him.
No more DSP. He is irrelevant and always has been irrelevant.
So yeah, no more DSP anywhere where I am. So DSP on LOLcow Tech, not happening. If Rich brings up DSP, I'm going to make sure Keemstar finds him $50 every time he says DSP. And I'll get Keemstar in there to do that. And I'm dead serious. And not only that, I should say that if he mentions DSP, he gets fined by Keemstar, and he's got to give me $10 every time he says DSP. Let's go. Dude, I'll make thousands of dollars on that, and a punishment. There you go. Actually, I'll tell Keemstar this. We're gonna do it. I swear to God, if he brings up DSP, I'll lose my mind. I'll lose my mind. He's got to give me $10 every time, like a DSP swear jar. Rich pays me $1.
Bucci. Jucci.
My boss got fired today? What happened? Oh my God. Anyways, back to the Switch 2. I'm still blown away. I'm absolutely blown away. By the way, we're going to open up the Discord so you guys can give me your 2 cents on what you feel like. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Okay, maybe I'm not doing that. Hang on. So, so here's what I wanted to do. I wanted to come here today and basically go over all the Switch stuff. I appreciate you guys watching today. And I honestly wanted to keep this one short and contained. What I might do though is I might go take a break for dinner. So I'll end this stream now because we've talked about all I wanted to talk about with the Switch 2, and I'll come back later and we can discuss, like, in a more relaxed setting, how we feel about the console. So give me about an hour and a half. What time is it? 7? Yeah, because I gotta go eat. I definitely gotta go eat. What's for dinner? I'm probably gonna make chicken wings and just like chill out quickly. But thank you to the VOD people that watched today. I appreciate everyone that gifted memberships. We'll come back in about maybe under 2 hours, somewhere in there. I don't want to give an exact time because I want to go eat. I don't want to eat on stream tonight, by the way. Yeah, assuming my internet doesn't die. But guys, listen, I'll be back for a second stream tonight, no matter what. I promise that. Just give me some time to eat. And I wanted to keep this under 2 hours for the people that watch the VOD so we could just talk about the Switch. So get your Switch questions ready for the next stream tonight. We'll do a Thursday late night hangout. I appreciate everyone that watched today. Thank you for all the support, by the way. Yeah, I wanted to keep it short because
Thanks for the stream. Enjoy the content.
So I will be back, but we'll have a hangout on a separate stream. So I'm going to close this video out for everyone that's going to watch that. So Raymond, thank you. Thank you to everybody that tuned in tonight. Juicy Boots, Sean, Grim, Glamorous, Andrew, thank you, man. So I'm going to go eat dinner, and then I'll be back. Promise. Promise, promise, promise. Alice, thank you. Game Survivor, I hope you guys are excited for this Switch, man. Zaylin, thank you, dude.
You are my baby daddy.
Who's still here? Billy, thank you. Alan Jones, thank you. Andrew, thank you. MRC, thank you. The Booch.
Juchi.
All right, guys, I'll see you soon. Living Legend, thank you. Shout out to Shane, who's the oh, no, Raw Dakota stole it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. See you guys soon.